What's up, internet? Welcome back to my channel. We're back with another video. All right, so today I want to talk about a little couple quick topics. So a lot of people are watching this little Ksoo, this little rapper. People are watching this trial go on, and right now people are like shocked and perplexed by how a father could take the stand against his own child. And here's the thing that I feel like we're all glazing over, and we need to start having a broader conversation about how these incidents like Ksoo and all of this, these murders and things like that occur. The first thing that was shocking to me wasn't the fact that he was snitching on his child. It was the fact that his reasoning behind snitching on his child is that he, one, has 11 children. And if I recall correctly, he says he has two that are or either one or two that are 6 years old. And he says he's going to snitch on these kids because he has 6-year-old kids that are writing him letters talking about, oh, I want to show you how to play the game and all of this other stuff. This was this man's priorities. I'm going to snitch on these. I'm going to snitch on my sons because I got other sons. Anyway, here's the thing. Here's the biggest question. If he has 11 kids, let's go ahead and assume that they're not all by the same woman. Okay? Let's go ahead and assume that it's more than 3 women. Okay? Let's go a little bit further and assume that this man, matter of fact, I'll go as far. I wasn't going to do any research for this video, but I'll go ahead and insert some caveats in here, but I'm just going to riff this off the bat. I'm going to assume there's even more than 5 different baby mothers, right? So we all heard that phrase, screw me once, shame on you. Screw me twice, shame on me. So here we have a same incident, whether it's a Future and Sierra or whatever the fuck case, where you have these men who already have 5 baby mamas. And then you have this woman who is deciding that I'm going to lay down with him too and have another baby, even though he's not taking care of all 5 other of his children. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not going to deny the fact, like if you're a Nick Cannon or you're a little Boosie or something like that, and you're going to be, you have an intention on, taking care of your children, or at least at the very least caring for your children, then by all means, go ahead and pop out babies left and right. If you intend on taking care and rearing the goddamn child, okay? But the reason why these women go around having multiple babies by the same dude who's a career criminal and all of this extra stuff, all of his kids are violent criminals running around terrorizing the community. The reason why women decide to have babies with these men is the same reason why, as men, we don't care about a woman's accolades. We don't care about her degrees. We don't care about what her accomplishments are. It's the same type of logic, but only it's women using it. So because women have access to high-paying careers, or even at the very minimum, government assistance like EBT, free housing, and things of that nature, these women only care about one thing. Is he tall, and does he have a big wee-wee? That's it. They don't care if he's gonna be a good dad. You will never see any of these little YouTube vloggers that go around asking people questions on the street. You'll never see them go up and talk to a woman and she says these 2 things. I want a man that's gonna be a good husband and be a good father to his kids. You will hardly ever see any woman walk up to the camera and say those words. I want him to be a good man, be good with his kids, and be a good husband. You're never gonna hear that. You'll very rarely hear that. The reason why they start with he has to be tall, he has to be tall, and he has to at least be 6 foot. And when they start with those type of things, and then they go into and then he has to have all the money and all of this stuff. Like they never say anything about the quality of the man. Like, does he have a bad temper? They never. I want a guy that doesn't have a bad temper, and you'll never hear that out of a woman. Why? Because the majority of them, they already can take care of themselves. They are able to get jobs, high-paying jobs, working in the air conditioning, and so they're not really looking for a man to be a provider for them or to make sure that they're in shape or any of that type of nature to attract a man that might one day be a provider for them. That's not their goals in life. That's not their goals in life. That's the reason why the average woman in America is overweight, because she can earn her own money, and at the same time, she can literally have her cake and eat it too. Both literally and figuratively. She can have her cake and eat it too. So she can have a 6-figure salary job working in some office building and stuff. And if she wants to, even though she's 200 and 350 pounds or whatever, she's still going to be able to attract somebody to lay in bed with her. And then on top of that, if she's willing to share her resources, because I'm willing to bet you cash money that the reason why Ksoo's dad has 11 kids is because these are all overweight women, mostly overweight, probably have pretty good jobs, or they got Section 8, or they got some type of little thing like that, and they just happen to like the guy because he's tall. That's it. That's it. He's a career fucking criminal. Like, imagine, how are you in it? King Von is a perfect example, right? King Von had 3 babies between the years of like 2017 to like 2020, I want to say, or 2022 or something like that. He had 3 different kids during that span. One of them is like ex-military officer. She's like an Air Force officer type thing. Like, you get what I'm saying? When women get these type of jobs and stuff, most of the time, like if you're a doctor, you would date a nurse. Or if you're a nurse, you would try to date a doctor. If you're a lawyer, you try to date a paralegal. The upward mobility. For some reason, because these women are overweight, majority of them, they use the money to get these ex-convict guys, right? And try to make that scenario work. Like, I'm gonna get this tall guy. He has the genetics, right? He has all the genetics that I'm looking for, but I can't get the actual doctor. I can't, even though I work in a doctor's office, I can't attract the doctor. Even though I work in a lawyer office, I can't attract the lawyer. I'm an overweight woman, but I have this money, so I can get these ex-cons that are tall men that have all the genetics that I want, and I can get them to bang me and have kids with me and stuff like that. But I can't get them to be a husband. I can't get them to take care of their children. And that's the biggest problem in society. This is the reason why people need to stop asking questions like, how could a father snitch on his children? He's a career criminal. Snitching is just part of being a fucking criminal. Okay, that shouldn't even raise any red flags. What should raise red flags is that there's up to 11 women walking around that have continuously keep laying down with this man, even though he's been in and out of prison. Like going back to King Von, he's been even his friends said, well, we hardly ever see him because he's always in jail. So these women be knowing that these dudes is jailbirds and possibly going to be incarcerated or dead and leave their family forever type thing. They know that out the gates. It's not like, you remember watching Breaking Bad when you seen like she had to figure out that her husband was dabbling in criminal, organizations. No, these women know these dudes as criminals when they meet them and still procreate with them and still have all of these terrible ass little kids running around here terrorizing the community. They need to be sterilized, or there needs to be a shift in, the motivations or whatever. Like there needs to, I think with 200,000 black women losing their jobs recently, that's going to start kind of this shift where women are going to stop looking for dudes. Oh, he's tall. That's all I care about is he's tall. I got my own money. I just want a tall guy with a big wee-wee. That's it. That's all I care about. Now that they don't have these federal jobs, now that they're losing all of these air-conditioned office building type jobs, they're going to have to start looking at men like, hold on, I don't think he's going to be a good provider. I don't think he's going to be a good father to his kids. They're going to start actually taking those type of things into account. And hopefully in the near future, we hear less and less of these little drill rappers, these little knucklehead ass little kids running around here terrorizing the community. I mean, even I was watching, I don't watch No Jumper anymore, but I used to. And every now and then I'll see clips pop up on my news feed. But there's a little rapper, his name is Fully Chop or whatever, which means that what fully automatic gun. That's what he's trying to say, a fully automatic AK-47. That's what he named his rap name after. You know what I mean? This kid looks to be nothing older than about 16, maybe 15, 16 years old. Okay? And he already has neck tattoos, hand tattoos, and all of this other goofy shit going on. He's being arrested and questioned for murder and all this other stuff. At what point are we going to say to ourselves, well, who's responsible for these kids? There was recently like a police chief, I think it was in Florida. I can't remember what city it was, maybe Minneapolis or something like that. But even the police chief got on TV and he was all like, yo, it's not our job to police your children. You guys need to start taking care of your kids. But what really needs to happen is people need to start targeting the actual women who are behind all of these knucklehead ass kids. Okay? Now, when FBG Duck died, there was people like Tommy Sotomayor who told the truth. That woman is a terrible mother. She had two kids die of gun violence. Then she had one die of a fire. You know what I mean? You keep popping out these kids. You know you're living in poverty. You keep popping out these kids. They're terrorizing the community. At what point do we say, you know what? I think it's you. It's you that needs to be sterilized. You know what I mean? Here, we'll give you the EBT card, and we'll give you the EBT card and the Section 8 card if you agree to take this pill that'll sterilize you. That's what we need to start doing to some of these women. And shout out to Trump, because I think even Trump, by going ahead and taking these initiatives to try to get rid of Section 8 and to try to take away federal funding from some of these dumbass programs that encourage this type of behavior, he's doing God's work. Because hopefully when these women can't get their Section 8 vouchers and stuff and then be able to have free housing while also choosing some of the most bummiest of bums to procreate with, you see what I'm saying? The problem will solve itself. So anyway, that was the point of my video. I'll be back with another one. Let's stop being shocked and surprised that a criminal is snitching on other criminals, and let's unpack the real problem, which is who are all of these women laying down with all of these little, these criminals and having all of these little terrible terroristic ass children. Who are they? And then what should be done with them? Anyway, that's the video for today. Thanks for watching.